everybody. So Nate pulled up Cinema Sins looking for a video, and subtle. I like that. That was good.
Very nice, Elena.
And I happened to notice one of them was Everything Wrong with Django Unchained in 4 minutes or less. And
it's one of their older ones.
It's one of their older ones. And honestly, we're getting to the end of the night, and I don't know if we can handle a long one. Plus, we've all seen Django Unchained.
Yes. Multiple times.
And that movie's really good.
Yes, it is.
Like, damn. So, yeah, we're going to do it. We're just gonna fire it up because I'm excited.
Fire it up! All right.
Nate is the only high-energy one left.
No, I'm running on fumes, actually.
Yeah,
we're all there. I'm going to have to wake up early and edit all these.
So in, like, about 20 minutes, she's going to be good. Me and Nate are done after this. And let's be fair.
Chico's never been hype in his life.
To be fair, though, Chico is our rock. This is exactly how he started the evening, and by God, this is how he's ending it.
Absolutely. All right, so got the...
look, you got to respect that. He's consistent.
Yeah, we got the video queued up here. Let's give it a watch.
Do it.
What's your name? Django. Then you're exactly the one I'm looking for.
Does the movie ever explain how he heard about Django in the first place?
Nope.
Like, who's the guy that told him the story about Django, this one slave from 4 states away who one time worked with these white dudes but then got sold and is now in Texas? Yeah, go see him. He'll be able to lead you to the criminals you're looking for. Also, he managed to find Django without knowing what he looked like. I mean, how hard could it be to find 3 slave-driving brothers in Gatlinburg without knowing what they look like? In a world full of random cameos, this is one of the most random. There's very little foam on this glass, but then both glasses have tons of foam. And Django has had a couple of drinks here, but then his glass is full again in the next shot. Schultz's glass is a third empty here, but then magically gets more full. The sun is clearly over the marshal's right shoulder, and he's facing the saloon door, but when we see his point of view, we see his shadow as if the sun was over his left shoulder. Shouldn't the shadow be over here?
They call me Hildy.
Who the f*** is she talking to? Django's a fan of Austin Powers, a full 100.
I remember that!
Django's memories of this incident look like someone filmed a TV that was playing a 70s movie.
And the Lord said
It's not truly a Tarantino movie until someone starts quoting scripture.
It's true.
Brilliant and visionary director relies on stupid movie trope of the bad guy fumbling his gun. Okay, so
well, if he's drunk,
yep.
Which I guarantee you that asshole was.
He's going left to right. But then when Schultz shoots him, he's shot from in front. But Schultz even tracked from left to right as the guy was riding. So how in the name of the magic bullet did he pull this shot off?
My wife works all day, get 30 bags together for you.
There's easily more than 30 guys in this racist posse. Movie explains away the fact that the slave is a crack shot by saying it's just in his DNA.
the kid's a natural. The slave auction town in Mississippi isn't the place for you to visit. Free or not, it's just too dangerous. When the snow melts, I'll take you to Greenville myself.
Why doesn't he just take Django to Greenville himself right now? If he's a natural, why does he need to have a practice montage? Django's attempt to pretend like he's not going to grab this guy is terrible, but the idiot on the horse still falls for it and does nothing. This horse goes down with the rider, but then is instantly upright in the next shot.
It'd be good if I could have a confidential strategy meeting.
How does anyone buy this excuse for a conversation between Django and Schultz? What are they supposedly strategizing about? Which fighter they haven't yet seen that they're going to buy? I understand Schultz's reluctance to shake Candy's hand, even on principle, but he not only endangers the deal, but endangers both Django and Broomhilda's lives by being stubborn over a handshake. Apparently no one hears this gunshot, Candy falls against the bookcase, and it takes Candy's man Butch more than 20 seconds to react. Schultz decides to apologize to Django when he should be blasting the unobservant Butch. Why is this guy turned to the side, aiming at the front door? Apparently unconcerned by the bloodthirsty Django.
Yeah, that bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the front door is where Django's aiming next, and now he can use this dude as a human shield. This dead guy is totally breathing.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx's balls. Django only gets to keep his nuts because of the most convenient timing ever. Quentin Tarantino's acting an accent.
I got the handbill right here in my pocket.
How the f*** did the Candyland people find the handbills in Django's saddlebag, but not the ones in his f***ing pants pockets?
Would you like to make $11,000?
I know money talks, but these Australian slave drivers would never buy into this total bullshit about an $11,000 fortune. The whole reason for this scene is so that the awful things that Django did in this movie finally pay off when the slaves vouch for his story.
You want no slave.
So the dude tossed the dynamite into the cage and then what? Forgot to close and lock it? Was this thing open the whole time? Why did the explosion scare these horses into running away like the other ones? Why would anyone sit at this angle with this particular view? Boy, Django sure is angry about D'Artagnan's death. for which he is basically single-handedly responsible. Boy, it sure is lucky that everyone's off at the funeral while Django sets up the death trap at Candyland. Django blows his cover, slowly walks to the balcony, and lights a candle in his gun hand and isn't blown away immediately. Why didn't Miss Laura just run for another room when the shooting started? The whole reason for Django even being here, Broomhilda sits out in plain view in front of the house instead of hiding in case something goes wrong. I know Django's cool and everything, but this blast would definitely have blown him back or at least hit him with some debris.
Yes, that is.
Literally, there's
resist putting one more N-word in the end credits scene.
behind him.
Oh, here we go.
Perfect shiny white teeth on slave traders.
Yep.
Beer taps.
Yep.
French pronunciation of valet. Nefertiti bust. Pop off beer caps. Straws. Cigarette holders. The phrase mother. For release. Dynamite. Belt loops.
Yeah, it's about right.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. And I think this is before they did the. Oh no, we might have.
How many niggas you think you see come and go? Huh? 7,000? 8,000? 9,000?
The number
900.
of slaves Stephen has seen come and go is definitely over 9,000.
What? 9,000?
There's no way that can be right.
I know, right?
So okay,
Fail
Django
number.
Unchained
Anyway.
was definitely my favorite Tarantino film since Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie's like, okay.
It's the best one.
That
since-
movie only got 53. That's something.
Yeah. Well, and also this is before Cinema Sins was really taking themselves like. This is back when runtime didn't matter in videos.
Yeah.
And now the longer the video, the more money you stand to make.
Yeah.
From it, which YouTube's algorithm, everybody.
But
Always find a way to F things up.
that's
but,
true.
But anyway, yeah, for
But
me,
yeah, that movie's fantastic.
it is. It's really, really good. And actually, Django Unchained, there was actually a big thing that happened during the production. Sally Mink, the original editor for Quentin Tarantino since Reservoir Dogs, unfortunately passed away before this film could be completed.
Yep.
However, her protege, Fred Raskin, was who had assisted with the editing on all of Tarantino's films since Pulp Fiction, took over as lead editor and filled in wonderfully, I think, because in terms of the editing, I mean, it was very well done.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And actually, there was a friend of mine who I watched this film with, and he said he liked it, and he said he had one major complaint, and I said, "Oh, what's that, man?" And he says, "It's too freaking long." I'm like,
it actually doesn't, like, it didn't feel that long when I watched it. I remember thinking, wow, I was in there for that. What?
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the same thing I felt. You see, some films do that, like the original Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Dark Knight was a 2.5-hour film. I didn't get that whenever I first watched it. I felt like it was like an hour and a half, just a shade under 2 hours probably, but not 2.5 hours. This, I got the feeling it was like a 2-hour movie. Instead, it was almost 3.
Yeah.
It was like 2 hours and 50 minutes. It's just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a big-ass movie. And I never got bored during it because, for one, the dialogue. Quentin Tarantino, I will, say what you want about him. Say he's overbearing, that he pretty much shits on anybody that doesn't think he's the greatest director of all time.
I mean,
And he has a foot fetish.
And he has a very, very, very well-defined foot fetish.
I mean, all of those are
Yeah.
probably true.
Yes, but he is a dynamite dialogue writer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, his dialogue is so sharp. It is really, really sharp. And also with this, you have the backdrop of slave times in the United States, which, there were slave times in every country out there. There's still countries that still practice slavery. It's barbaric, it's atrocious, and also the performers as well. Which I was so pissed that DiCaprio didn't even get a nomination for playing Calvin Candy.
To be fair, I thought DiCaprio was never going to get a nomination for anything ever. So
you mean a win?
Oh, definitely not a win.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
But I'm always amazed. It's like, no, DiCaprio can't. Wait, what?
Well, he finally won
Yeah,
for The Revenant, which for the shit he went through in that film,
he
I
better.
mean, eating a raw buffalo heart or raw buffalo liver.
Yeah.
Like literally, they scalped out a raw buffalo liver from inside of this fake carcass, and they gave it to him to eat. And also a fish trap. He set up a fish trap with rocks in a river and got out the fish raw from the river and ate it. It was just like, wow, that's dedication. Also, he nearly died of hypothermia 3 times during the filming of that. So he went through hell playing Hugh Glass in The Revenant, and I feel like he deserved the Oscar for that.
Well,
I mean, I guarantee you they were probably just like, Leo, forgot. Here, man, here's the freaking Oscar. Just
stop.
You're gonna kill yourself
God
if you keep
almighty.
this up, dude. Here, freaking take it.
Well, see,
Just
so
calm down.
you start talking about Leonardo DiCaprio. I was so pleased to see Christoph Waltz in a hero role.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Because like Christoph Waltz
Is
made Inglourious Bastards.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He made
Hans
that
Lund,
movie.
He was okay. You want to know the interesting thing about every time that Christoph Waltz and Quentin Tarantino have worked together, Christoph Waltz won an Oscar every time. In Inglourious Bastards, he won Best Supporting Actor in that, and in Django Unchained, he won Best Supporting Actor yet again.
Yep.
But playing two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, complete
Yes.
complete opposite
Playing
ends.
a total bastard in Hans Landa, and playing a outspoken hero, and just a fun person to be around.
Oh yeah.
In Django Unchained, a person who feels as though he wants to make the world a better place and help his friend.
Yeah.
And I mean, like it was unbelievable to see, because I knew practically nothing about Django Unchained when I walked into the movie to see it.
Yeah.
Like I had a rough idea what it was about. I knew it was a Tarantino, and I'm like, all right, let's go watch this movie. And then Christoph Waltz shows up, and I went, oh my God, it's happening. Because like that was all I wanted. After I saw Inglourious Bastards, it's like, give me Christoph Waltz in a heroic role.
Well,
Give that to me. I want it.
he was actually supposed to be in the Hateful Eight, but a scheduling conflict got in the way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that makes sense.
and from what I understand, Tarantino's next film, I think he's saying that he's writing a role specifically for Christoph Waltz.
I mean, and if the track record is any indication, he'll do it.
Yeah. I hope so.
Speaking of Christoph Waltz as a Bond villain was also a great thing to see, although it has nothing to do with this movie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you.
I thought, okay, he had everything down that a Bond villain that, like, in terms of how they were doing Bond villains in the modern day.
Yeah.
It's just the one problem I had with Spectre is that they did retreads on so many old, like, Bond supervillain tropes instead of trying to create something new.
Well, yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
you wait, and to me it felt like such a waste. To me, I feel like they wasted Christoph Waltz
In
as
a movie.
Ernst Stavro
Yep.
Blofeld,
I agree.
and
Yes.
what could have been probably a proper way to really effectively had a legitimate threat to Bond. Like, I had a legitimate threat to where it's just like, maybe Bond won't make it out of this, because, there was talk about Daniel Craig not wanting to come back for another Bond film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, what if this villain actually wins? What if this villain puts James in a situation where he has to literally choose between himself or the person that he cares more about than himself? And and I thought, oh God, this is going to be something, and it's actually,
And then it could have gone so well, and then it went so cliche so fast.
Yep,
Yeah.
it just fizzled.
Like the thing was, like it was leading up to that point. It was going so well, and the cliches hit so fast it'll give you whiplash.
Yep.
So it was, and I remember the point where I realized it was going to happen It was after the fight on the train with Mr. Hinks. It was the few scenes after that I was just like, wait a second. Are they really taking steps back toward...
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
Damn it! And it was just like the cliches just kept adding up and stacking up, and I'm just like, no.
Like,
come on.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, that fight scene...
Oh, no.
I had no... like,
after that fight scene. I'm talking like after.
Yeah.
The scenes after that.
Like,
is when I realized
that
Sting was
fight...
going...
like, that fight scene, okay. I'll be honest with you. That's also a Bond cliche, but it's one that I love dearly.
Well, as long as they keep varying up the fight scene... Bond was losing.
Yeah, it's like,
Bond was losing. If it wasn't for
if it wasn't for the
Lee Shadow, if it wasn't for Lee Shadow, he would have lost.
Like the tricky victory.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, or like Jaws with the electromagnet.
That was fun.
Yeah, and you're just like, I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do.
I mean,
and it's just like Jaws survives this. Ding.
Exactly.
Man,
so,
like if they're gonna bring somebody back, I wish.
Well, if they do,
I wish, but there's no way.
What?
There's
Jaws?
no way you can bring back Jaws.
No, I think what they were trying to do with Mr. Hinks is kind of create a new type of Jaws,
and it didn't work.
Well, I like
so
Dave
well.
Bautista. I like Dave Bautista. I think
yes.
he's a big and intimidating guy, but Hinks is not Jaws. He's actually a different kind of like killing machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Jaws is a classic villain. I mean, you look back on him. You see, that's the reason why a new Blofeld works, but a new Jaws wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because Jaws never changed his look, whereas Blofeld kept changing his look.
And on top of that, like Jaws broke the villain trope because he lived long enough to see himself become the hero.
Yep.
Jaws lived long enough to get himself a girlfriend and a line.
Mm-hmm.
Which is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And you know what I want to see from the next Bond film from Daniel Craig, which they, from what I've heard,
is the last one.
Is happening with Daniel Craig, in which I want to see Blofeld done right.
Yep.
That's what I want. I want Christoph Waltz to come back and have Blofeld done right. Blofeld wanting, like truly wanting revenge and not depending on the tropes that got him caught in the last film. Instead,
that's right.
He didn't die.
He didn't die.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here racking my brain. It's like, yeah, it's too bad they killed him off. And then I went, wait.
No.
Wait.
Bond walked away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is probably his biggest mistake, not finishing the job.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
I also really hope
because
so.
Christoph Waltz is a great Bond villain. He's a great actor who deserves to be a Bond villain done right.
Yeah, like, give him a proper shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give him his proper shot.
Yeah.
And honestly, give him his proper shot winning. Let him win against Bond. Then we get the new Bond. Please be Idris Elba. Please be Idris Elba.
I want Idris Elba.
Oh my God, he'd be so good.
He'd be so good.
Idris Elba would be really good. There's actually been talk of it between, the race being between Idris Elba or actually they said this one was a long shot. Eggsy from Kingsman Secret Service.
See,
but you see
Taron Egerton.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I couldn't remember Joel or Taron, but Taron Egerton. They've said that one. I don't like that. I don't like that casting
because he's already essentially played Bond.
Yeah,
essentially he already has.
Yeah, he's already played Bond. I don't think you can throw him into different Bond essentially without it being just.
I would rather just
Kingsman.
have more Kingsman movies.
Right? Yeah.
I would too. I haven't seen Kingsman 2 yet, and it's killing me.
Yeah, I haven't either. Have you?
It's out of theaters
Kingsman
now,
2?
and I
Yes.
hate that.
No. Okay, you've seen it.
I've seen it.
Okay.
Compare and okay.
I liked Kingsman 2 more than I liked Kingsman.
Really?
It's a different movie. It's very different. But it's also not different in it's
like it's blissfully more of the same.
Yes, in some ways. The fights are all still really great.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
There's a lot of good tech. There's a lot of new stuff that you'll not have seen. The villain is very good.
The new characters, they didn't waste them.
No.
Good.
But also, a lot of characters that we're used to are gone. So, it's an interesting, which they showed in the in the preview,
in the trailers.
Yeah.
So, it's a different feel, but it's definitely awesome. It's a great movie.
That's as good a recommendation as I could have hoped for.
Yep.
I agree.
I'm happy.
So,
I agree.
anyway, so we've gone all around on this Django Unchained video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We
You
danced
should
all
watch-
around.
You should watch the original video.
It's
down here.
As a matter of fact,
You should also go watch Django Unchained because it's
It's a great movie.
a
Matter of fact,
really good movie.
It's my
I'm liking
favorite
this video,
Tarantino.
and I'm leaving a comment down below. See if you can find it. Let's see.
You won't have trouble.
No,
I'm
here
sure.
I got one. I think I've got one here.
Somebody's right. The bonus should have been the amount of times the N word was said because they say it a lot.
Yep.
Oh, it's a Tarantino film. Come on.
Yeah. There's
And,
gonna be
and of course,
a lot. Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson actually told Leonardo DiCaprio during the production of this movie, like Leo was like very rattled. He's like
He's like, I don't like this.
He kept apologizing to Sam Jackson and the rest of the cast, and Sam Jackson just looked at him and says, "It's like, bro, this is just another Tuesday."
Yeah.
And
It's
it's just like, okay, but let's see. I know you'll get this one, Elena.
yeah. Well,
it's relevant. It's relevant because the name of the song.
we don't
get it.
explain anymore. Let them figure it out.
If you all figure that out,
And
congratulations. But yeah, look on the CinemaSins video for the original. Also,
If
don't
you
forget,
want to, you don't have to.
You don't have to if you don't want to. But also, don't forget to leave a like on their channel. If you want to subscribe to them, hey, we're subscribed to them. I love CinemaSins.
I think they're
some of the coolest.
subscribed
Oh yeah, they're
to
subscribed to us
us,
too. They're subscribed to us.
Which is weird.
It's very
weird turn of
very,
events.
very
and-
weird.
So,
thank
you, but also
Yeah,
what?
thank you. And I guess until next time, signing off. This was very interesting. This was everything wrong with Django Unchained in 4 minutes or less.
I guess I picked a good one.
You did pick a good.
I'm
one.
happy.
Good job.
You did. Link to the original video down below. See y'all later, everybody. Peace out.
Bye.